Hi everyone. Now we're setting this twin up. There's a bit of a trick to this, and realise both carburetors, and you will find that on any twin on these ALXs, find this problem. So basically we did the settings on the low and high identical to each other on both carburetors. Then we fired it up. And we notice the right-hand cylinder is idle higher than the left-hand cylinder. The reason is these carburetors that run on twin only have one idle on the right-hand side. There is no idle on the left-hand carb. Now, because of the piece that goes between the carburetor, right, what we notice is there's a slight slack in that piece that joins the two carburetors together. So what we realise is you have to back off the idle off so you get both carburetors in the same position. In other words, when the butterflies close, they close both the same. Then we notice the both cylinders on running wise on idle are idling both the same, where before it didn't. Okay, so bit of a tricky type of thing. So basically you're supposed to do your mixtures, rely on your mixtures on idles. Do not use your idle as to idle it. It's done with the mixtures on your low needles, right? So the trick is at the end of the day to sort it out more on top end. We're going to realise that one carburetor is going to function a little bit more than the left-hand carburetor, right? So there would be adjustment on the top end on the other, trying to get one carburetor working the same as the other one. It's a bit of a play around. So we're going to get on AliExpress. We told the owner I built this for, sorted out for, is to get two temperature gauge things. So it goes on your spark plugs, so you see the temperature on top end to get identical. Okay, so the way really to do this is I used to muck around with SU Tranas with triple SUs. Okay, so the best way to really do it, Totally doesn't make it actually. You can sort of buy it from motorbikes, gauges when you do the four cylinders to try and get all four carbs in. You need a gauge on each. So basically this needs a gauge that you can put on the carburetor. On a triple SU type of carburetor, you can buy this gauge that goes on and it's got a little bubble thing, and it will actually show the height where that carburetor is. So on idle, if you got three carburetors, you need that bubble on the same on each one. Okay, so if you raise your throttle up, that you can see both carburetors are open at the same time. Now the way it's set up on these twins doesn't quite work that way because there is a slight slack and that piece that actually joins the two carburetors on these ALXs. Very tricky, guys. Anyway, guys, we'll get there. We're just going to get some heat cycles in, and I'll get the owner to, when he picks it up, then we've got the day to go out and chin it on the day on top end wise. Anyway, guys, remember, method or madness, may the force be with you, and I'll see you on the next one.